And welcome back. And I think a lot of you guys can relate to flying your early war jet or your early jet, looking up and then seeing a prop above you. And fighting a prop is actually kinda annoying. And there he is. That's the guy we're gonna be fighting for the next 8 minutes. I tried to speed up a lot of the footage, a lot of the actual empty parts. So I'm just flying straight, just extending, just getting position. Don't want to bore you with that, as we say on this channel. So I try to speed it up as much as I can. The thing with the prop is they climb better, they have a lot better acceleration at lower speeds, they turn better than you, and all you can really do is run from them. And this is partially true, and of course, as if the enemy jet or the enemy prop keeps his altitude and never engages you, it kind of creates a stalemate, but you as a jet do have the upper hand. You don't have a higher BR for no reason, and I want to show you today exactly how to use it. Of course, it kind of relies on what your enemy does, and I don't want to create prop pilots thinking, oh, I will never engage the jet, because if the jet is patient, you are simply never going to kill it, because speed will beat almost everything if you have enough of it. And when you fight, well, another prop in your jet, you have plenty of speed, especially in a plane like the MiG-9 Late. And if you want to see a review on the actual MiG-9 Late instead of this one fight that I'm going to show you today, because I don't have the most amount of time, then check out the video on the MiG-9 and forget this thing. This is a very good complementary thing, however. And now what I want to do is I want to go directly below the F2G. I just had to fly away from the F80 for a little bit because I don't want to 2v1 those and make him dive on me. And if you look at my speed, I'm going almost 900 IES right now, almost 1000 speed. And the F2G will rip his wings over those speeds. So what I did was I tried to get below him. If he dives on me, he will never get close. I'm giving the idea that he's catching me by letting him cut me off. And then the second he dumped enough of his altitude away, I can start, well, running away from him. He will never get all of his speed back because he's a prop. His high speed retention is nowhere near as good as mine. And you will see this very, very quickly here. I start off going pretty shallow, because the longer I stay at that high speed, the more separation, the more speed I can build up after I level out again, and the more room I have to work with, because the more room you have in your jet, the bigger your advantage becomes. If you are on, say, a grid square that's maybe 5 by 5 kilometer, the prop will always beat you, but the more room you have, the bigger the chance of your success will be. Now I'm going 400 IES and I'm still outrunning this F2G. We're at higher altitude, he is not as maneuverable here. And there we go, he was about 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers above me. And now I'm slightly above him. And I'm about to pick up some speed here and I will start getting more energy than him. And at this point, it's basically done deal. Sure, it will be very annoying to kill the prop because he's way more maneuverable. I can't really get stuck in these low speed fights. And if I do that, then well, chances are I'm going to throw my advantage away and I'm instantly going to die. And this F2G played it pretty good. He couldn't really do anything else, he played his cards right, but so did I, and I'm simply in the better plane here, so he's really not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna do a horizontal turn here. If he tries to pitch up for me, he will not have the speed, and I will just kill him in the stall. He notices this, he doesn't pick the fight, and he dives back down, which is a good thing, because yes, I have the initiative right now, and I'm delaying my turn here, so I actually do get a shot, but we're at higher altitude, and he's gonna go vertical. And if I stick with that, I am going to die. I don't stick, I break off a little bit to the side to see what he's going to do. Notice he's gonna go straight, so after a little bit, I will also go straight behind him. But of course, I'm waiting to get position. Do not get too greedy, because if you get too greedy versus a prop, you are going to get your shit rocked, and we don't want that here. I cannot get the shot here. Notice how close this is going to get, so I want to turn in for a little bit here, but that's only because I have the energy to do so. We are at high altitude, and the F2G at high altitude does not have the power that it has at lower altitudes. I get a 6 already, so I have this advantageous position where I can kind of try, kind of measure what he's going to do, and again he does the right thing. He's going to dive out, and he's going to pick up his speed again, because if he both go fast, and I overshoot, because I will not get guns on him because he's way too squirmy, or squirrely, whatever, it's hard to hit him, I'm going to die. Because while you are a lot faster, if you are both going fast and you overshoot, your top speed doesn't really matter, unless you really are going just 100 to 150 kilometers an hour faster. 50 kills are always dangerous. He breaks off, I'm gonna see what he's trying to do. He doesn't go vertical, so I turn back in, Notice he's turning back in underneath me now, which is a very good thing from him, because if I overshoot here, I am gonna be in a very bad spot. I go underneath him, I do not stick on the fight, I break off to a direction which it will take him a long time to follow me, and he is playing it very nicely, and I'm meaning this in two ways. He is playing his cards right, but he's also not being annoying, because what I see a lot of prop pilots do is they chase the jet when they have no chance of catching him. Play like this guy, play like the F2G, bait the fight, don't try to chase a plane you're never going to catch. Give me or the jet, whoever you're fighting, some room. And why do you want to do this? Because a jet will never start turning with you. Jet will never start turning with you if you are already on his 6 in a plane that tries on being slow. Give him the fight, break off, give the jet some room just like he is, and then I can do something as well. Right now I'm going 700 kilometers an hour. This is speed, of course. He will not do this kind of speed anywhere on the map unless he's in a dive. Maybe at very high altitude or like his ideal altitude for speed, but he will not maintain this speed very, very well. I will. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull it into a very slight climb, a very slight turn, and then if he pitches up, he will lose speed, because at his top speed, if he pitches up at all, he will not maintain that. It's the same for my jet, but my top speed is a lot higher. So if I put my nose up and make my climb speed his top speed, he will never get near me. He's starting to lure him in a little bit. I'm going to do this very shallow climb. This is all keyboard control, by the way. I'm just using my mouse now to control the camera. And again, he doesn't want to take it, which is a good thing, because he doesn't want to take that, because if he does, he would have died. And this is a great example of when the enemy prop flies it right, because most of the time when you see me kill props, just like in the 262 Jabo video, which all of you, well, not all of you obviously, not that popular, a lot of you guys maybe have seen, I was killing the Bearcats, the P-51H's and all those props. Sure, keep in mind those guys fell for my energy trap, and then it looks extremely easy, and it is, because they fell for it. Now I'm on the 6 of this F2G, we are at high altitude, he's not very fast, he's fast enough, but he doesn't have the most amount of input, and he rolls out of my guns. Unfortunately for him, I predicted his turn, and he flew into them. Very nicely fought, creamy master, and of course he didn't really have much, he couldn't really do much other than bait a reversal, because I was not taking his fights, and I was playing on my own grounds, and if I do that, very little he can do in order than maybe get a lucky snipe, maybe get a reversal in. But again, I can break off from the reversal quick enough, and I had all the energy in the world to just kinda ignore the fact that he can create more energy and stuff like that. And that's basically all I have for you today. A little bit of a shorter video. I'm very, very busy with work, and I just don't have the time to really make a long video right now. I'm gonna make a Swift video in the near future, which is gonna be this weekend, because I actually have a day off, believe it or not, and it's gonna be like 25, maybe 30 minutes even, so I didn't have the time for that today. I don't want to leave you guys hanging for over a week with no video, so I thought I was gonna use this footage anyway. Why not use it now, because it's relatively short. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the weekend.